Okay, this is your PS 2.2, 2.3 motion test describing position, force, and motion of objects. Multiple choice. Identify the choice that best completes the statement or answers the question. Number 1. When forces acting on an object in opposite directions are equal, A, their balanced forces, B, vectors, C, net force, D, unbalanced forces, or E, a non-contact force. Number 2. Which is not an example of a contact force? A, force due to friction, B, force due to tension, C, force due to magnetism, D, an applied force, or E, a support force. Number 3, this is the change in position of an object. A, distance, B, displacement, C, velocity, D, speed, or E, vector. Number 4, the speed and direction of an object. A, acceleration, B, distance, C, velocity, D, displacement, or E, scalar. Number 5, a physical quantity that has magnitude but no direction. A, displacement, B, vector, C, force, D, velocity, or E, scalar. Number 6, a quantity that has both magnitude and direction. A, speed, B, vector, C, distance, D, scalar, or E, mass. Number 7, when you calculate the distance an object travels in a certain amount of time, you are determining an object's A, speed, B, acceleration, C, velocity, D, net force, or E, displacement. Number 8, forces that produce a net force not equal to 0, causing a change in an object's motion, are non-contact forces, B, contact forces, C, unbalanced forces, D, balanced forces, or E, net force. Number 9, a push or pull that can cause a change in motion is called A, mass, B, a vector, C, a force, D, displacement, or E, weight. Okay, we're going to move over on the other side of the page. Number 10, a contact force that supports an object is called an applied force, A, B, a normal force, C, a frictional force, D, an electrical force, or E, a scalar. Number 11, the sum of all forces acting on an object is its A, displacement, B, velocity, C, acceleration, D, net force, or E, free body diagram. Number 12, a non-contact force of attraction between objects that have mass is A, weight, B, gravity, C, magnetism, D, electricity, or E, friction. Number 13, a contact force that is placed on an object by another object is called an applied force, A, B, a normal force, C, a frictional force, D, a gravitational force, or E, a net force. Number 14, let me scroll down. Looking at each picture very carefully and which letter goes with each picture, which of these boxes are not moving? So look at each box and look at the forces that are acting upon that box and choose the one that is not moving. Number 15, what is the net force for this object? So once again, look at all of your forces and the direction of those forces. Letter A, do you think it's 3 newtons to the left? Letter B, do you think it's 17 newtons to the right? Letter C, do you think it's 12 newtons up? Letter D, do you think it's 6 newtons down? Or letter E, do you think no motion will occur? Okay, turning your paper over, number 16. Determine the force needed for letters D and E using the diagram that you see here. So if you look at the forces, 300 newtons going up, 80 newtons going to the left, you have to determine what letters D and E are if your net force right here equals 60 newtons to the left. Okay, so once you do the math, do you think it's A, D equals 80 newtons and E equals 300 newtons? B, D equals 300 newtons and E equals 80 newtons? C, D equals 20 newtons and E equals 300 newtons? Or D, with D equaling 140 newtons and E equaling 300 newtons? Number 17. A plane's velocity is shown along with the current wind's velocity. What is the resultant velocity? So here's your picture right here with the plane going 100 kilometers an hour and the wind going 25 kilometers an hour. Based on these two vectors, what is the resultant velocity? Is it A, 125 kilometers an hour left, B, 100 kilometers an hour down, C, 25 kilometers an hour to the left, or D, 125 kilometers an hour to the right? Number 18. What is the resultant force in this diagram? Be sure to find the answer showing the correct math. So looking at each and every one of these forces going, the 3 newtons going to the right, the 2 newtons and the 4 newtons going to the left, you need to figure out which of these answers is correct. A, 2 newtons plus 4 newtons plus a negative 3 newtons equals 3 newtons to the right. B, 2 newtons plus 4 newtons equals 6 newtons to the left. C, 3 newtons plus a minus 4 newtons plus a minus 2 newtons equals 3 newtons to the left. Or D, 3 newtons plus 4 newtons plus 2 newtons equals 9 newtons up. Number 19. What could be described by the phrase 100 meters per second northwest? A, acceleration, B, velocity, C, speed, or D, direction? Number 20. Is a car accelerating when it is circling at a constant speed? Explain why or why not. A, no, because the car is not speeding up or slowing down. B, no, because the car is going in a circle. C, yes, because the car is speeding up. Or D, yes, because the car is changing directions. Number 21. You have a picture here of a baseball diamond. A baseball player hit a home run. What is his displacement after he runs around the bases? So look at your picture up here, and do you think his displacement is A, 0, B, 160 feet, C, 160 feet around the bases, or D, 100 feet? Number 22. Which free body diagram below will not move? So there's W, X, Y, and Z in each box, and you are to choose which one will not move based on the forces acting upon it. If you think it's A, both W and Z, please choose it. B, both Y and X. C, both X and Z, or only Z. Letter D will not move. Number 23. Here you have a picture very similar to what we had on our homework. The bolded line on the diagram shows the path a student took to get to school from point A to point B. Each square represents 1 meter. What distance did the student travel? Look very carefully. Is it A, 3 meters, B, 17 meters, C, 17 meters east, or D, 3 meters east? Moving on to the next page. This picture is going to go with the next couple of questions. Caleb leaves his house and rides his bike towards school. He forgot to mail his college application. So he turns around, mails the package at the mailbox, and heads back to school. And school is where the flag is located at letter D. The distance seen is in meters. Number 24. What is Caleb's distance for the entire trip from home and to school. So from A to B to C and to D. Is it A, 400 meters, B, 1,000 meters, C, 500 meters, or D, 400 meters right? Number 25, using that same picture, what is Caleb's change in position from when he left his house to the time he arrived at school? Is it A, 400 meters, B, 400 meters to the right, C, 1,000 meters, or D, 400 meters to the left? 26, same picture you're looking at. It took Caleb 2 minutes before he remembered he forgot to mail his application. He's at location B when he does remember. What is his velocity from A to B? Is it A, 200 meters per minute, B, 100 meters per minute, C, 100 meters per minute going towards school, or D, 200 meters per minute going towards school? Number 27. Let me scroll up so you can see it. After Caleb dropped off his letter, he realized he was late for school, so he increased his speed to 400 meters per minute. Describe Caleb's acceleration during his entire journey. I can't get this all on the same page, so if you'll look at your paper copy so you can see that picture if you feel like you need to. So A, he only changed his speed. B, he only changed his direction. C, he changed both speed and direction. Or D, no acceleration took place. Okay, number 28 and number 29 goes with this picture that you see right here. Number 28, which ticker tape shows acceleration? A, ticker tape 1, B, ticker tape 2, C, ticker tape 3, or D, ticker tape 4? Number 29 is a multiple response, so you need to make sure that you select 2 answers for number 29. Which ticker tape shows constant speed? 2 answers you need to select on your answer sheet. Is it A, ticker tape 1, B, ticker tape 2, C, ticker tape 3, or D, ticker tape 4? And your last question right here is also a multiple response. You have 2 correct answers. Please make sure you mark 2 on your answer sheet. Number 30, using this diagram, select 2 correct answers. So you have a picture of an object. You have a net force of 900 newtons up, and you are to choose the correct answers below. Are the 2 A, unbalanced forces are causing this object to move, or B, balanced forces are causing this object to not change its motion? C, force C equals 900 newtons. D, force C equals 1100 newtons. Or is it E, force C equals 700 newtons? Please make sure you have chosen 2 answers.